Are you waiting for us? We'll be there in 2 seconds. Okay, 5 more seconds.
Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to our Happy Friday show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our annual, every week. Is that annual? No, weekly show. Yay! Happy Friday is here. We're live from Studio A. Mr. HP is running the show, and we got Mr. GP here to assist. Welcome, everybody, and it's a Friday. It's a little bit of a hectic Friday here. We are a week out from our tent sale, our Fan Fest, so just excuse our disarray, if we may say so. But of course, if you're new around here, make sure you like our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just do that by clicking that red box on YouTube, and make sure you hit the bell as well to sign up for notifications. We appreciate you being here, and so please say hello and communicate through the comments. You may get rewarded because we have a live giveaway at the end of the show from all of your comments. So keep commenting, keep asking questions, say hi to your friends. If you're new, introduce yourselves. We love that. And of course, we love feedback throughout the show, so hearts and thumbs up are always appreciated. Yes, it is Friday. It's also a new month. Well, I say technically because we didn't do our show on September 1st. It is September, so yes, we are supposedly be going into fall around here, and temperatures finally dropped yesterday, so we're feeling a little bit cooler air. Yes. However, I decided to wait on the fall flavors for the theme of the cocktails this month, and decided, since we just got back from big European trip to Europe, that today or this month we're going to focus on classic European cocktails. So the drink of the day, the sip of the day, is a very classic. If you go anywhere in Europe, its roots are in Italy, but all over France, Germany, and everywhere else. And it really wasn't anywhere on cocktail menus in America until maybe 2-3 years ago. Interesting, right? It's the Aperol Spritz. A perfect drink to have on a hot day. So very simple. The easiest way to make it, because you don't really need to measure, is just 3-2-1. So it's 3 parts Prosecco, 2 parts Aperol, which is kind of a bitter aperitif, Italian, and then 1 part club soda. And then you have to put an orange slice in it. That's an absolute must. You just pour it over ice, and voila. Fast, easy, and very refreshing. But that bitter Aperol really kind of brings it together, and it's so good on a hot day. We had a few of these on our trip, didn't we? You had never liked them, but this trip, that changed.
They're refreshing because everywhere we'd go, they put lots of ice.
Yeah, they always put lots of ice in the spritzes.
That was the best part.
So that is probably the best part. And it's an acquired taste. If you don't really drink bitter notes of anything, it's an acquired taste, so it takes a couple times to really like it. And you have to use Prosecco. Don't use champagne. Prosecco. Very, very good. So we're excited to be here. Mr. HP, do you have a word of the day for today?
No.
You don't have a word of the day?
I don't.
Okay. Well,
so you have to come up with the word of the day.
The word of the day is preparations.
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 Something
yes.
that I didn't do today.
Yeah, you didn't prepare with your word of the day, so preparing is important. And so we are in full preparations for our Fan Fest next week. And feels like we're preparing for so many other things too. So we'll skip on those things throughout the show today. But we always talk about, check in on what are kind of the national days on Fridays, just for fun. And this one is kind of like, there's no food. Like, this is the first time I've looked at this thing, and there is not a food kind of assigned to this day, September 8th.
Interesting.
Very interesting. But it is, however, International Literacy Day. Very important. Love that. I have been an avid reader since I was very young. I learned how to read at a very young age, taught by my grandfather. So I've been an avid reader since. Lots of audiobooks these days, just because I don't have the time to sit down.
I can't say
You
that
not
for
so
myself.
much.
No.
Not so much a
I
reader.
like numbers. I don't like reading.
However, you actually do like the audiobooks when we're driving.
Audiobooks.
But he calls them movies.
Play that movie.
Yeah, he calls them movies. It is, yes, International Literacy Day. It is also Stand Up for Cancer Day. Always, or not Stand Up to Cancer, not for cancer, to cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to all survivors out there that have been through the journey. I don't think there's a person in this world that hasn't in some ways been affected by cancer. So it's something that's always at the top of our minds. But the funny one, interesting one of the day, it is National Iguana Awareness Day. Yeah.
What?
Who knew that they needed to have their own awareness day? Which is pretty cool because we don't have many iguanas around these parts, at least.
Nope.
But we got to experience them really close up when we went to Costa Rica a few years ago. And Mr. HP liked to make some sound effects with their movements. You know, when they bob their heads, he liked to do some beatboxing to that.
Doing their own little internal grooving.
But you know, I just kind of read about. Do you know why when they do that? You need to stay away. That means they're agitated.
I had no problems doing that.
No, you stayed away, far away, regardless. So here's a little video that I took. It was right outside our hotel, by our balcony, and this gigantic piece was climbing the tree.
Obviously, he wasn't happy.
No, he was bobbing a little bit, and you were trying to encourage him to jump at me. They don't jump, I think. I hope not. So, so iguanas, yes, they're really cool creatures, though.
Really?
And yeah, they have to be in warm weather, so I might be part iguana.
You're lizard.
And then if they get too cold, they kind of like, their whole metabolism slows down. And I think they fall out of trees and they kind of go into this coma and until they warm up, and then they can move again. That's what I read. I haven't witnessed it, but they're pretty cool. Pretty cool creatures. They look so prehistoric, don't they? Like those big ones in Costa Rica, they look like an alligator was just coming down the path. It was a little, you know.
And there's probably bigger ones, a lot bigger.
Yes, I'm sure.
That's what's scary.
I know. But we are going to, like I said, we're in full-on preparations for a tent sale. Before we go into all of the little things I want to touch on, let's talk about the quilts on the set real quick, because I know they're already asking. Right behind me in the middle is a JoJo quilt with fabric line called Quaint Cottage, which I have to show you later on. Behind Mr. HP is the beautiful Velocity quilt that I actually just finished. And on each side of me are the Log Jam Runners. That is going to be the first project of our Fast and Furious Club. But let's kick it off with our segment, Show and Tell. Friday, Show and Tell your quilts. Check it out. We are starting off with a beautiful strip twist made by Rhonda. A very cool version of strip twist because she used the same print for all of the blocks, just in different colors. It just creates this unique flow between the blocks, and that's really, really nice. Very cool version. Good job, Rhonda. Then we have Rocky Road by Shelley, and I absolutely love this one. Looks like she used songbook, a new page, or one of those, maybe the original songbook for the blocks, and then one of our succulent Color Club fabrics, the Deco Stitch, for her background. Really love this colorway. What a beautiful, perfect background that is. And then we have a window seat runner, which was Fast and Furious Club Season 3. This is made by Karen. I think she made a few. She made a couple, because this obviously is Iowa. Is this Iowa State or University of Iowa? This is University of Iowa? Okay, because then the maroon and gold is Iowa State. She made both because she didn't want to have a flat-out fight, I guess, at the next family gathering. But great job, Karen. Then we have Debbie's Lucy quilt. Of course, I'll be talking about our class packs. We just finished off the Lucy part, and this is a beautiful, beautiful version she was able to finish at Quilt Retreat that she was at. And then we have an Angler's Choice. Not a quilt we see very often. This is made by Teresa. I love the colorway. What a perfect monochromatic looking quilt. Love this background, and check out the cuddle on the back. That is going to be yummy for whoever is going to get to keep this quilt. Beautiful job, Teresa.
Love the cuddle.
Love the cuddle. We all love the cuddle. Then we have a little Kira made by Gwen. And look how beautiful it is, just in two fabrics. Just a light and a dark. Very classy. And that's going to be beautiful in a home somewhere. Hopefully used well. Then we have a Spruce Lane table runner. Now this one, yes, is also a previous Fast and Furious Club. I don't remember if it was season 2 or 3, but beautiful job by Cheryl. I love, love, love the colors in the greens, and very subtle, and just that pop of black there in the accent color. Then we have a Come Together quilt made by Cheryl. Now, Come Together is a free pattern. When you sign up for our newsletter, you get this little free pattern. It's perfect for scraps. It is actually for 2.5-inch strip scraps. It's written for that, but she took 2 1.5-inch strips and sewed them together. And you know, I've said this before, you sew 2 1.5-inch strips together and you got yourself a 2.5-inch strip. So what a beautiful job, and a great version of this quilt pattern. Then we have a supersized Amelie made by Amy, and I absolutely love this one. What a great, great colorway, beautiful textures. Now I'm trying to spy which fabric line that is, but I'm not sure. It looks kind of like a Andover, lots of text. No, not an Andover, Northcott, lots of textures. And what a beautiful setting there by the lake. And then we have our last one, and that is Coral, made by Sharon. Beautiful job. I love the just subtle gray background where it just falls in the background and just supports the rest of the colors, the teals and the aquas, just a little bit of green. That is beautiful. And another gorgeous setting. You guys have all stepped up your photography game so much. Thank you all so much for sharing, and keep them coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, if you share your quilt on Gudrun's Quilt Crew on Facebook, that's our closed group, and that's where we go to kind of grab our show and tells. Now, there's not much science behind it, so we apologize. We can't get to everybody, but beautiful job, and thank you for sharing. You always inspire somebody else when you share your quilt. Okay, so yes, we are in countdown mode for our Fam Fest. But we're also in countdown modes for so many other things. So first off, I wanted to tell everybody our Color Club, our monthly subscription of 5 half yards of a certain color, that shipped this week. We shipped it on Tuesday, right? Tuesday? Yes? Wow, that's been a fast week. Anyways, so you're probably getting it in your hand. So just keep it a secret what's in those packages until Tuesday. I'll be revealing September's color on Tuesday. It's an exciting one. It's close to my heart, so I can't wait to share it with you on Tipsy Tuesday next week.
Kobe's back.
Kobe's back. He exhausted. He goes around. This is lunchtime, so he first makes sure to go check everybody, see if anybody's got anything good for lunch that they're willing to share. And if he's exhausted that, he's like, okay, I'll come join the show and take a nap behind me. Anyway, so yes, we have that going out. So Tipsy Tuesday next week, Color Club. We are also we're excited. This Wednesday we hosted our first Zoom day for our GEasy Class Packs Volume 2. So this was our Lucy Zoom day, which is where the students have an opportunity to join one of 3 sessions throughout the day and have a live face-to-face with me. I love that. I just love that part of it. It's great to hear feedback. Some folks had questions, not too many questions, just questions and, comments about how everything's going and doing and showing us show and tell.
Feels a little bit like retreat.
I know. It just gets me excited for a retreat, those Zoom days. It really does. Our virtual retreat, of course, will be next year. Always like in March. So we will announce the dates later on this year. But it just kind of brought me back to that and how special that is and how all the connections. And it's so great to see. What I loved this Wednesday is that one of the Zoom sessions had a lot of folks that were doing their first class pack. And so they hadn't done the first one. A lot of folks have done both, and they just love them because you own the videos forever, so you can always go back to them. Or if you can't get to making all the quilts now, you can always go back to them. So it was really special to see how many were doing it for the first time. And so it just also showed off how a lot of folks already have connections, whether that is from previous class packs or from our retreats where they know each other from different parts of the world, honestly. So it's just always so special to see my community and be able to talk to you face to face. So love that.
When's the Velocity Zoom?
The Velocity, now we are moving into Velocity. So we finished our part 1, 2, and 3 of Lucy. And so now we're moving into Velocity, and I'm just as excited. The Lucy quilts that we're going to be sharing are going to be spectacular, but I cannot wait to show you all the Velocity quilts that are about to be created. Can't wait to share. Yeah, that one was the one I made during the course, and so it's going to be fabulous. Can't wait to share all the little tips and tricks also to make it a lot easier. Yes. So that is the next step of our class packs. We are also counting down to our Fast and Furious Club, and this one I'm excited about too because we've taken a hiatus from it for a whole year, well, a little bit over a year. Season 4 is here, and the first project will go live in just 12 days. September 20th. The Logjam Table Runner will be live in your account if you are signed up for either the 9 months or the trimester. But of course, if you just want to do the Logjam, you can purchase just that pattern and the video class on September 20th. But I just wanted to share the 4 that we have made already. This is one of those that you're just going to keep making more and more because they're just so awesome. So here's the one that you probably haven't seen much of. This is one of the ones hanging behind me. This one is made from the Christmas Eve fabrics, and I made all of my log jams from a little kit. So any little kit you can use. You might be a little tight on the binding, but if you are careful in cutting, you can make it happen. So here's the one made from the Frond little kit. That was one of the first ones I made. Then I made a Halloween one with a bright background. This was Midnight Magic little kit, and then the original, the Songbook A New Page. Just love those soft colors and a white background. So all you need in addition to the little kit is background fabric, which you see the white in this last one. On both of those behind me, it's kind of a white or off-white fabric, and then you actually need the backing as well. So those two are not in the little kit, and of course, some batting. But we have started shipping the kits for the other 2 projects, which are October and our November kits. If you ordered a starter kit, we are waiting for the batting. It's coming. It's shipped officially, so we're getting it in hopefully next week if everything goes smoothly with the shipping, and we will get them out right away. Turnaround is going to be fast, even though we got a lot going on. We make that happen so that everybody can be ready on the 20th when everything goes live. All of your log gems are so pretty, Kathy. Thank you. It is so fun to make and easy. So it's going to be one of those that people are going to make multiples, I promise. I tend to always, the first project in each season of Fast and Furious Club tends to be one that people make over and over again. And I kind of love that. I don't know why that happens, but it tends to happen that way. So I would love to hear if you're excited about the first project of Fast and Furious Club. It's just great. You can get this runner done in an evening. I would say 3-4 hours. It's done. And I mean done. Binding on and everything. So, Janet says she's going to do lots of Fast and Furious items during her quilt retreat. That's a great way to do it at quilt retreat when you have a little more space and stuff. So that's great. Fast, easy, great gifts. Exactly. All right. So let me talk a little bit about our Fam Fest. And so we are, like I said, counting down and preparing. Preparations are in full swing. So I just wanted to mention today is the last day to sign up for the VIP packages, which includes a tour through our warehouse and our studio. It includes a swag bag or a gift bag full of stuff, t-shirts, and custom merch for you. And so today is the last day to sign up for that. There's time slots for the tours. And then we have our cruise on Friday, and it's also the last day today to sign up for our cruise. We're going to have some silent auctions for some quilted items out of my little archives. So not so little archives. It's pretty big archives. But we're going to auction off some beautiful pieces to donate to the CAP agency. And then, of course, we have our watch party, Happy Friday on Friday. Don't have to sign up for that. Just show up.
I got a question.
Yes.
Is there a drink of the day on that Friday?
Of course, there is a drink of the day. There's going to be a drink of the day. Whether you can have some in the showroom, that is remains to be seen.
Right. Right. There is that.
Mm-hmm. But then, of course, we have the actual tent sale day, which is Saturday. The tents are open 10 to 2. We do open our showroom a little bit early. We're going to open the showroom at 9:30 for people to shop in the showroom. And we've changed our strategies, so hopefully everybody will be able to get into the showroom this time. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows to bring maybe a little bit of cash. We'll take cards at all of our tents. We're going to have 3 tent stations this time. And we take cards, and in one of them we take cash as well. But we have an awesome set of extra vendors coming that some of them are cash only, so make sure you bring some cash. We have beautiful items from people, some craft booths, and then, of course, the food. So food trucks. The ice cream truck.
What?
Yes. And should I say it? There's going to be boozy ice cream.
Is that legal?
I don't know. And, of course, Drool and Moose will be there with all their chocolatey goodness. So
the crowd's going wild.
CAP Agency is joining us with a booth as well. So we are accepting donated quilted items. We talked about this earlier, whether you have pillowcases, crib-size quilt, baby quilts, or kids quilts, or full like twin-size quilts. We're accepting all of those, and we make sure to make a note of all of that and give you your credit. So if you have any questions on that, send an email to help@GEquiltdesigns, and we'll give you all the details. But
so exciting.
Yes. I was going to give you a little sneak peek, but some of the props we are going to have. But I left them out there, so maybe Mr. GP can kind of run and get them. So we're going to have, one of the fun things we're going to have on Saturday is a little London Calling photo booth with custom-made props. So Blanca just did an amazing job. She's our in-house artist, and you got to show you these things, just a couple of them. But we're excited about that. But I'll share that after I show you our fabrics today. So any questions? You see any questions come up about any of these things?
No, sounds like fun.
Can you take this tent show on the road? So what we do actually, those of you that are new around here, last year, we have a virtual tent sale in about like 2 to 3 weeks after the in-house one, for all of you that are online only. I just mainly wanted those two.
Any answers for the certification?
Oh, I had it. I kind of skipped it over here.
Yeah.
We're excited. That's another countdown. Our first certifications, Stripology certification for instructors, is happening right after the tent sale, starting Monday. So we're excited for this first class of certified instructors. But
London Calling kits.
London Calling. So that's what I was going to talk about. Check these out. Look at him.
Who's that?
Look at him, King Kobe.
That's
So
funny.
beautiful props, and of course, yeah, London Calling. London Calling, we are cutting away. So you, if you reserved a fabric kit, you will get an email from us starting maybe today, this weekend, or Monday. We're hoping to get some of the shipments out before tent sale, but most of our shipping of our kits will happen after tent sale. So just hang tight. That's a countdown for that. But we're excited.
Lord Kobe.
We're excited. It's
I
always
love that.
a lot to do, preparation in full swing, but it's excitement. I think that's everybody. Yeah, Lord Kobe, I love that. That's the one with a pipe. That's when he's a lord.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, we're excited. There's always so much energy when we have a lot going on, and so we're all excited. All of our staff is excited for this tent sale day. It's one of the few times where everybody gets to see our customers face to face. So we really love that. But let's take a look at some fabrics. So we have our Quaint Cottage fabric line that I showed you. This fabric before is the quilt behind me that I was able to make ahead of time before its arrival. So let's take a look at the bundle real quick and the fabric pool. So this is kind of the main print. It's these beautiful cottages. This is Gingerber's designer for Moda Fabrics, and I love these. A very kind of Scandinavian feel to this line, I feel like. So I'm going to start with the blue end. It's a really beautiful teal blue. So we have a tone-on-tone kind of a grid pattern. This has like a cross-grain grid to it. And then we have another small dot. So this is just white dots on this teal background. Going into some of the deeper blues. So this is a very deep navy. It's not black, not fully black. And I love the pairing with these more kind of a mauve-y, rusty colors. So these beautiful rust-colored flowers. And here's a dark tone on tone. But I really like that there's the teal print on it that really brings it in with all the teals. And then a small floral with, turn this around, with these beautiful branches and flowers. So then we have the rusty red and pink colorway. So kind of a mauve pinks with this rusty red, a little hints of burnt orange in here. So this is the same print as the main print with the cottages. We have the small dot, tone on tone. And we have the grid that we also had in the teal. But this one has a white print on it. And then we have the same flower buds. This is really beautiful, bringing in just a little bit of that olive green. And then the same print with those branches with the white flowers. And then last but not least, I love this print, kind of bringing all of those tones together. The small floral on this mauve pink background. Really, really pretty. So what I did with the JoJo quilt behind me, I kind of split them into lights and darks, even though you might not call these lights. And so I always paired a blue with a red colorway. Let's take a look at my fabric pull. I'm going to start on the blue. So we do have the Quaint Cottage in the lake color available in 1 yard, because we actually, I use that as a border. So that's a border in there. And then for some of the lighter tones of blue, I have a couple others. So here's another, oh no, it's actually this same color. So this is the Circle Time Dots in that lake color. And then I thought this one was great as well. This is a Spectrostatic Dusty Blue. It's a perfect kind of lighter blue. We have, for the darker navies, we have a Quaint Cottage Circle Time Dots in the Midnight. So that is available in 1 yard from the line. Beautiful deep dark navy with those teal dots. But then another one here would be great with it, the Chalk and Charcoal in the Midnight. It's a beautiful deep dark navy, but has a little bit of teal hue to it. For these colors here, I kind of went on the darker side and the medium. So we'll start with the color, just color in the brown. So some of these were from our Box of Chocolates Color Club. Then we have color blends in the warm brown. I love that it has specks of the different browns in there. And then we have some of the lighter pinks. We have the Flights of Fancy in the mauve, the light pink, and a little bit darker, the Deco Stitch in the rosebud has some of the darker pinks in there. And I decided to pull a couple of more that have some of that mustard color. So there's there's mustard kind of everywhere. And so we have one that comes with the line, the Quaint Cottage Circle Time Dots in the lichen color. It's kind of a good name for it. And then our new Spectrostatic in the tawny is great with it as well. So a great accent color to bring those together. And then also if you wanted to pull out some of those rustier reds in here, I love the Spectrostatic in the squash. So a little bit more of the orange hue to it, but it looks great. As far as a background, I would choose something close to the flowers. So I chose we have a Quaint Cottage Circle Time in the Dots white. It's really not white. It's really kind of a light cream, like an ivory. And then also Dimples in the Pearl is going to look really great as well as far as a background option. So this is Quaint Cottage by Moda Fabrics, designed by Gingerbread. Now in stock, and so if you pre-ordered, that is already on its way to you or will be going out today. And so very cute, very unique. It's just a very unique colorway, something we don't see very often. So the next fabric line I want to show you is, oh, there's my quilt. Oh, the quilting on the quilt is called Random Fans, one of my favorite designs to quilt with. Beautiful job. I love how the border kind of sets it off. And I did cut the border because it is a directional fabric, so I cut the sides kind of oriented the right way. Just felt like it needed to do that with those big houses. All right, our next one is another highly anticipated pre-order, and that is our storyboard by Seth Apter. So this line has been on pre-order for quite a while. And so we're going to start with one of my favorite prints. They're all beautiful. Seth Apter is a mixed media artist, and I love the little typography he adds into his prints, all the layers, all the different textures. It's just gorgeous. So here is one of my favorite prints, but of course there are so many and they're all so awesome. So 12 pieces in the bundle. We received a portion of our order, not all of it. So some of your pre-orders are going out, but if you ordered later, you may have to wait just a little bit longer. Now, I think some of these fabrics are called something, but I don't think they have it printed on the selvage. Well, this one is called, no, it's not. It's just a phrase. So here, I love this one. This reminds me of just these old patterns, even like wallpaper or tiles. Another just nice texture. Here, bringing in more of the golds. And here's my other favorite print, probably just because it has the little words on it. Story, journey, just beautiful. And then this one has just a subtle typography to it, another favorite. It has art, heal, wish, just small little words. And another large print, possible, just, yeah, so that's pretty much the only word in here. I love all the colors. And this just gives you so many options to bring in whatever other colors you might want to throw in there. Here's a light, kind of a background version of similar to this print, but more textures and numbers. He has this kind of a stripe, directional print. No, I wouldn't say, like, this is the only one that's directional. All of the other ones, they, even this one, some, they just orient different ways. So no direction, you don't have to worry about any direction in here. Once you cut this stuff up, you can't see it. Love this texture. These remind me of little old typewriter keys. Here's one typography one that is a little bit directional. Had a hairball in my throat. And then we have this one, another favorite. I love just the dark background, just all this texture, and then it has storyteller all over it. But yes, I made a quilt, as you all kind of know. I had you join me on that journey. I made the Ava quilt, and so there it is hanging. I love how it turned out. The background I use is the provisions in the patina color. That's a Tim Holtz basic. It would have been great with a sienna color, with a dark navy color, the vineyard color. All, like, you can add any color to this. So let me just show you the fabric pull, and just because I just went all over the place with the colors. So we'll start with that patina. Here's the provisions in the patina. So yes, great. Probably because I just love teal. It's one of my favorites. So other options for that. I love the deco stitch in the teal fog. A little bit lighter, but works beautifully with all of these. So we wanted a little bit more green. We have the cotton shot in the ocean. And as you can see, it's a great way to mix some of these basics that are going to calm down the busyness of the rest of the fabrics. I also love the Spectrostatic Deep Sea, a little bit more green. So for all the kind of golden tones in here, we pulled in a couple of more provisions. So this is provisions moss. There's a little bit of a moss golden green texture in here, and a little bit more green. I love the Gala Glint Pampas. Beautiful texture and a beautiful olive green color. And here is another provisions in the amber, so a little bit kind of a peachy tan color. You will see these rosy rosebud colors in here. So I have a provisions rose that's great. And as you can see, the textures of the provisions, they just work perfectly with this. Also, for if you wanted a little sharper red, another Gala would be the Gala Glint and the Barn color. So both of these would be great if you want a little more color. Then we go into the neutrals, I love the chalk and charcoal in the actual charcoal color. Beautiful match with this fabric and a perfect mix in here. And also the spectrostatic and the gunmetal, a little bit bluer gray there. If you wanted to do a light background with these, you know, there are 2 light fabrics in here, but they of course have a lot of print in them, so they're very low volume. But if you wanted something calmer, I would recommend the ground and the cream. It has a little bit of tan texture to it, so that would be great. Or I love these, this Color Theory Scribble in the light. So again, another one that's going to fit perfectly in here, the textures and the feel of the Seth Apter fabrics. We are so excited about Seth Apter joining Free Spirit. What a great first line. So we're excited for future. And so I'll be using more. I used up all of my scraps of this that I got early. So
What other pattern would you do with this?
oh, you can do so many things. You can't even say that to me. I made a strip twist from my scraps, but I can see this as a really cool, like a supersized Amelie. It would be just awesome as a Lucy with a great background. Any pattern. I can't choose. I can't choose.
It's like, which one of your kids would you?
I know. But it's like, honestly, this would look great in so many things. So that's the real truth. Real truth. All right. Are you ready with a live winner, Mr. HB? I hope you've been commenting throughout the show. Any questions on what I've shown you, let me know. But yeah, every time you ask me, what would I make with this, or you ask me, I always like, oh, don't. That's the hardest question ever. I can't choose.
That's why
I
we
can't
do
choose.
it. You know you can't choose.
All right, so our
The
winner from all your comments
Drum roll.
and of course, the prize is a $25 gift card to GEqualdesigns.com. Kathleen Abel. Congratulations, Kathleen.
Kathleen with an F.
Oh, that's your sister's name.
My sister's name is Kathleen, and I say Kathleen with an F.
Okay.
Hey,
all
Kathleen.
right. Sometimes you say Kathleen.
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 It's not right, but
Is that how you said it when you were little, maybe?
probably.
Yeah.
Kathleen.
All right, so Kathleen Abel, all you got to do is send us an email to help@GEqualdesigns to claim your prize, and we'll send you a gift card right away.
Congratulations, Kathleen.
Congrats, Kathleen. All right, so we have our show coming up next week. That's Tipsy Tuesday, September 12th at 4 p.m. That is going to be revealed for Color Club. And I'm going to show you a sneak peek of some of the bundles, some of the Stash Builder bundles we have just for 10 sale. Yes, we always have something brand new that we came in just for the sale. And then we will be live on Friday, a week from today. That is going to be September 15th at 12 Central, live from FanFest. So don't miss that one. Great big shows. Even if you can't make it to FanFest, please join us and be a part of it by joining us for our Happy Friday show. But that is it for us today. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. I'm going to enjoy my European cocktail and just pretend for a
Me
minute
too.
that we were there. Yours is gone. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
geez.
talking too much.
Mr. GP.
All right. Can't blame anybody but yourself, honey. So that's it for us today. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Colby, did you get my